just checking in. Now, there is a lot of things that I've been sharing on my YouTube, and of course, if you check my community tab, you'll find that there is a lot of things that I've shared that I've liked. I watch a lot of different videos on YouTube, and sometimes it's really good to share videos because they're really good. And yeah, you probably will notice that I've got on my background, we've got like my dragons and what sort of stuff over here. I'm just got I'm not sure, we're just zoom in so you can see. Oh my gosh. So we have a system here. Get this one. Now we have some really special ones that I've put in here. Like you probably know exactly who this little guy is. If you view any K-pop bands and stuff, keep all these creatures. Okay. Now, one thing I haven't really shown, I'm not sure if I have, but I actually think I did show. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm just taking note of what I actually show on camera. This is like an active alcohol. Now, as you know, that's not the only blanket I own. I own this one. Of course. So you can pretty much see this is one of my actors that I follow. I follow other things too. Now I'll just bring it over close to the camera so you can see. Yeah, you probably know who that is. There you go. The latest. Now, what I find with these toys, they're very, very, very special. Let me just get my camera right. They're very special. The way I've set my camera things up at the moment, yeah, I can totally tell you that that's a favorite blanket with the picture that I like. So practically it's gonna sit there, and yeah, these are sort of like, I mean, I could just bring the camera a little closer, and I could just sit it on. I'm still, ugh, I don't want to get that in the photo. Okay guys, there you go. Gotta get this camera right, otherwise the situation right, otherwise it won't work. So I've actually got a system here, so if I don't bring any of these out, I put them back. Oof. So here we have a little capybara. You can see that it's weighted, and of course I mean I could sit on the chair, but I could actually grab another chair. I do have another little chair, so I'm just gonna sit here with this. Alright, it's a bit of show and tell. Okay, so we've got this little capybara. Is very unique. It has, look at the eyes, you can tell that it's like made detailed, and it's even got the name on it. Also it's got its tag, which I might leave this. One second. I'll put that with the purple. There, I forgot he had a tag. But now he's sort of like, now you can see him better. Now I know I shouldn't really take the tags but the main tag that really needs to stay on is this one. Oh my gosh, I'm actually okay, that is absolutely funny. I mean, it might not be for some, but yeah, it's just unexpected things. There's so many different things on here that I could talk about. I mean, got maybe a few different ones you haven't seen. Now, I sometimes do not know what to talk about on these things sometimes. So if I'm a little bit like all over that, I'm just thinking of trying to process that I'm talking about particular things that I like, and of course these are weighted. I have a whole collection of these, and of course, yeah. Alright, so let's put this little guy. Oh. Who's this big guy? Oh yes. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now this is what you call a very awesome plush. Look at the details in that. Look at the details in the feet, the details in the design, and of course, as you know, there's his tail. Look at the detail that was put into that, the tail of the bull. Look at that. It's a really heavy plush. But what's good about this is you can, So I've got a few things that I need to talk about today, but I also want to keep making sure that I keep things going and not exactly simple when I talk. So I'm just gonna grab this. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about, this is the main thing that I want to talk about. I mean, I've talked about it many times before, in the previous, when I first bought it. Okay, so this is practically like a very interesting character. What captured me is the personality of the character. Now, I know that there's so many different superheroes out there, and I picked this one, of course. And I do not know much about the actor, but this figure captures definitely the look of the actor, and of course, when you look at the figurine, like for a good couple minutes, you think, wow, that is just so much detail. And of course, the utmost that you will see with characters like this is a very detailed appearance, and always in a square box. Now, I'm still learning about what this character's about, but I have seen the movie. I just noticed there's a few, when you look at a movie, right, there's like a bit of there's so many different unusual things that you can notice when you look at certain scenes in the movie. Like any movie you like, right? Any genre of movie you like, you've got to take notice. There's always something that stands out, but you've also got to think, what do you think? What have you seen a similar movie? So, this is a superhero movie, and I'm curious to know what they're gonna do next. And I think that when looking at this character, there's a lot going on, and like so much personality. I think this version of the character is the best version of the character. Previous, yeah, I know there's a lot of people that like the previous movies, but this one, I like the design of the suit, and of course, there's a lot of detail in the articulation of the figure, if you can see, and of course, any figurine that's got some sort of realistic look, like this one, is very, very good. Very good, but understatement. Very, very interesting, and it's intriguing to know more about what characters are about. There's lots of articles on the internet. I'm still learning how to do things on this YouTube thing. There's a lot of things I can do. I know a lot about YouTube, but there are some things that are changing, and I'm sort of getting to know how all of this works. And of course, I like characters that are slightly unusual, that have unusual personalities. And this character here, you can see on the side there, you can see he has a very interesting sort of personality. But also, I have to rewatch some of the clips again, or watch the movie again, depending on, well, not going to cinemas, but just read things that the actual company posts. And if there's anything more I need to know, I take note of it, just like I did with the previous. I mean, look, I still am into Howell and all that. I'm just adding another character to my list, and I'm sure everyone has multiple character interests. And sometimes it takes a while for an interest to grow. So practically looking into the character world, sometimes you just have to get to know the character. I mean, they're not real, but of course the actors are real. But yeah, they are sort of like, this is a character design. This is a result of someone designing their own character and then putting it into movies and designing characters and scripts and film and all that sort of stuff. Once again, like, I sort of worked out like how to use software. I'm still learning how to use this software, but also when you sort of focus on something and you learn all about it, especially technology, you sort of keep an eye out for things that you like. Like, there's a lot of technology in this. Now, one thing I didn't realize, I think, is there's involvement of an astronaut sort of vibe. I think that might have mentioned, I'm not sure, I might have mentioned this might be some sort of I mean, you're mixing superheroes with astronauts. I mean, that's something very, I mean, it's an interesting topic, but also there's also I think it's catering to certain audiences, but also reaching out to other audiences is important. So I'm not sure. There's a lot of information that I need to look at and think about. But yeah, this is something that's very interesting, and definitely if you see one of these, I'm not exactly sure how rare this one is, but it does seem like it could be a rare one. So I will be keeping this in a safe spot. But yeah, I'm just chatting about, just basically checking in, chatting. I love to talk, so I just need to be able to talk about characters and all that sort of stuff. I mean, ever since I was younger, I mean, there was one video I did when I was younger, and I literally talked. So this is an example of me. This is probably me talking now. This is, I remember something. Do you know what this is? Do you know who this is? See, I have more. I've got a way of talking, but I have to work out how I'm going to do that, as well as keep people watching my YouTube channels and stuff, and all that sort of stuff, and making sure that my videos are good and interesting to watch. And I'm sure all of you that might view this video after this video has gone live, yeah, if you've got any favorite movies, I would like to know exactly what my subscribers are into. That way, if they're into this movie, then yeah, I'll probably answer maybe I've got in my own sort of way. Because if you sort of ask me, oh, what's the personality of the character like, I would say quiet, talkative, maybe quiet and sometimes talkative, depending on what this character's thinking. And of course, there's so many aspects of, like, there's like the way he communicates with other characters, and also, like, there's so many, as I said, there's so many characters that have different personalities. It's also whether you relate to the character or not. So, also, if the actor is watching this right now, if it reaches the actor, I'm just explaining exactly what I saw in the film. Like, what I saw. I mean, everyone has a different point of view of the film. Everyone has a different point of view of the characters. I know that there's a lot of people that talk about these characters on their YouTubes and all that sort of stuff. Oh my gosh, I just realised what I'm doing. I mean, it is a box, so... See, this is what I mean. There's a lot of different reactions to different things. Like, of course, when you're holding onto a box, of course, yeah, you kind of know, like you got to make sure, like, oh, this is blah 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 blah. I've seen a lot of different people do this, da 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 da. But really, the focus should be on the figure, because the figure means a lot to certain audiences. And of course, I'm still figuring out where my audience is. I've got an audience on YouTube, but I'm sort of working out how to communicate to my subscribers and viewers, those who subscribe and those who are yet to subscribe in the future. I don't own a time machine at all, but if I did, that would be funny. It would be funny, but you know, I don't think they really exist in real life. I mean, I can just imagine of course, and also, because it's cold and wet outside, I mean, I can't really go outside or do any of that, so it's a matter of, like, what am I gonna do while it's raining outside? What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna browse YouTube, browsing this guy or Gabriel Howell or any movie, or watch movies on my phone, or maybe on the television, maybe spend time with my plushies. I don't know, there's a lot of things I could be doing right now. I mean, but I'm doing this because it's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking, but I have to make sure it's as clear as possible and understandable. That's important. Has to be understandable. Everything has to be so understandable, because if I speak about something and point to it, and also lighting helps as well. Like, of course, if I just randomly see, that makes the room brighter, and then also it causes, see, you can actually see the glare, but it is a clearer picture. So practically, my advice, if you have a figurine, make sure you have a way you can photograph it, talk about it, make sure you know exactly who the character is before you share it, because sometimes there's a lot of things that can be missed. And of course, Mum and Dad are probably hearing all of this in the background. And Mum and Dad will be watching this later on, of course. Later on, not now, because I'm doing the video at the moment. Take a big breath, because this is something I have to watch. I have to take a big breath, because when I talk a lot, this is something where my autism comes into it. My high-functioning autism comes into it. I openly share that because I am artistic. I am full of art. Oh, no, and also, yeah, I was about to say something, but it's not as though that relates. I mean, art and fart. I'm not gonna say that. What do I mean? I just said it. I just said it on camera. See, this is why I have to make sure that I know exactly the topics that I want to talk about, but sometimes the topics can easily change a little bit, and sometimes my videos may not exactly be perfect all the time. Sometimes I can go on and on and on and on and on about a topic, especially when it's about this sort of stuff. I like collecting figures. I honestly like new characters. I like characters that stand out. And I'm sure there'll be other people that have that interest as well. And also, that's where cosplay comes into it, where people like to dress up and do cosplay and costuming. If you've seen in my previous videos, I've done a lot of cosplay, different stuff. I mean, you know, I go to Comic-Cons and I go to cosplay places and convention centers. I haven't seen this guy being cosplayed yet, but I'm hoping to, and when I do, I will get a photo and I'll put it on this channel. Okay, because if there's any other events that I'm going to, there might be, of course. I might have to just take more photos. I don't normally take too many, but I do like to show what I'm up to, and of course, with the ever-growing amount of views and all that sort of stuff, that's something I'm watching, because I want to make sure that I'm doing everything like towards my interests and also connecting to an audience like most YouTube people do. There are so many different things to talk about, but there are some things that you have to be really choosy about. You have to be very choosy about what figurines you talk about, because like my advice for new people that are on YouTube, if you want to talk about something, you talk about stuff that you really understand. This is something new, so I am talking about it, but I've taken an interest. I have therefore taken an interest in this. So, I have got multiple collections. You can clearly see my collection in the background. I have a few in my collection. Oh, I do actually have more in another studio, which you probably have seen in the past. That studio's been worked on so many times. Oh, I'm getting everything organised, and maybe, you know, in the future I might show that on camera. You know, I'm still working on things, getting all my figurines, counting all the heads of the figurines and all that sort of stuff. Gotta make sure I know where each figurine is, where each plushie is, and of course I'm wanting to showcase, you know, something about me. And I mean, I've been working on all kinds of things. You probably saw me decluttering clothes. I've still got a few that I need to take care of. I mean, of course, there's so many different things out there for me to research and look at. But yeah, I'm just finding my discovering things, finding my discovery of different things. This is a discovery, and it's really recent. So practically, I'm also discovering different pieces of music too. You probably noticed I've done a lot of different videos, and of course, I want to like talk about actors that I follow and stuff, and you probably actually like seen a lot of that on my channel. That's because I'm just wanting to make sure that I share my interest of that particular actor. This one. I'm still oi. Stay in the box. No fireballs. Oh my gosh, did I just notice? Fireball. I mean, honestly, what else am I gonna think when I look at him? I'm sure you guys all know the song. I know, sometimes music relates to characters. If they really used that music in the film, that would be like, you know, I may have I mean, you know, I'm still. I can't believe. Oh my god. I am so hilarious. Fireball. Wasabi, wasabi, wasabi. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. That's his name. That is his. Oh my gosh. I am. I'm sure you'll laugh at all this. You will be laughing at all this. Okay, let's take a big breath. I'm full of comedy, aren't I? Oh my gosh. I cannot take this seriously. I'm not pointing at him. I can take him. Sometimes you can't take a character seriously, but you can't tell a blooper seriously. Of course, of course, of course, of course. So, as you saw, a blooper is a blooper. A blooper, a blooper, a blooper. A blooper, practically. Oh, that's become. Oh, I see what's going on. Practically, probably, maybe, practically. I say that in a very interesting way. Hedgehog, practically, Johnny, Thor. Oh my gosh. I mean, look, I will say this now. Ever since I was younger, I had a mirror in front of me. I've always liked, I mean, yeah, I have a big mirror right now, you know, and I've got this. Now, I'm very animated. I'm a very animated person, so yeah, I've got to slow down. I have got to slow down, of course. Sometimes, when talking, unexpected things happen. And, all good. All good. All good. All good. I just realized I've been talking for about 28 minutes. 28! 28 minutes. 28 minutes. 28 minutes. 28 minutes. It's gonna go to 29 minutes in a minute. 29 minutes has arrived. I just realized that's a long time for me to be talking. Okay, see ya.